After the age of 60, most people begin to lose muscle mass at a shocking rate, nearly 3–5% per decade. Now, it's not just aging, it's preventable sarcopenia. And here's what most doctors won't tell you. Certain fruits, yes, fruits, contain bioactive compounds that can actually rebuild muscle tissue, lower inflammation, and reverse the aging process in your muscles. But you need to know which fruits actually help and which ones are spiking your insulin and making the problem worse. So today I'll walk you through the top 5 fruits that can help you rebuild muscle and reverse sarcopenia naturally. Let's get into it. Muscle loss after 60, known as sarcopenia, is far more than a simple matter of not getting enough protein. While dietary protein is essential, the root causes of this age muscle decline often go deeper, involving hormonal imbalances, insulin resistance, and oxidative stress. As people age, their metabolism changes drastically, and those shifts influence muscle quality, strength, and overall vitality. One of the most overlooked contributors to sarcopenia is insulin resistance. When cells become resistant to insulin, they can't absorb glucose efficiently, and more importantly, they can't take in amino acids effectively either. Amino acids, especially leucine, are essential for triggering muscle protein synthesis. Without proper insulin function, even the highest quality protein won't be utilized effectively. Over time, this impairs the body's ability to maintain and rebuild muscle, leading to progressive shrinkage and weakness. This isn't just a metabolic issue. It's a foundational barrier to staying strong and independent after 60. But the situation is more complex than insulin alone. Oxidative stress also plays a powerful role in age muscle breakdown. As we age, mitochondria, the powerhouses of the cell, produce energy less efficiently and generate more reactive oxygen species, ROS. These unstable molecules cause damage to muscle cells, degrading mitochondrial function further and creating a vicious cycle. This oxidative environment accelerates inflammation, breaks down muscle tissue, and impairs recovery. Without enough antioxidants and mitochondrial support, the muscles simply can't regenerate at the same pace they're being broken down. Adding to this, declining levels of anabolic hormones such as testosterone, growth hormone, and DHEA compound the problem. These hormones are crucial for signaling the body to build and maintain muscle. After age 60, both men and women experience significant drops in these hormone levels. This doesn't just slow down muscle protein synthesis, it blunts it entirely in some cases. The lack of hormonal signaling is one of the reasons why older adults find it harder to bounce back after an injury or a period of inactivity. The internal environment becomes catabolic, meaning muscle is broken down faster than it can be rebuilt. To make matters worse, many seniors are told to simply eat more protein or stay active without being guided to address these deeper biochemical imbalances. If insulin resistance is present, more protein won't automatically translate into muscle gain. In fact, if insulin levels are chronically elevated due to poor dietary choices, such as frequent meals high in refined carbs and sugars, then an anabolic resistance can set in. This means the muscles stop responding properly to both food and exercise stimuli. Muscle building stalls completely, even with best efforts. Another complicating factor is chronic low-grade inflammation, often referred to as inflaging. This type of inflammation stems from poor gut health, oxidative damage, and a high-sugar, nutrient-depleted diet. It interferes with everything from hormonal signaling to mitochondrial energy production. When the body is inflamed, muscle tissue becomes a target for breakdown, not repair. And the more inflamed the system becomes, the harder it is to recover and regenerate lean mass. Sleep and stress also feed into this equation. Poor sleep impairs growth hormone secretion, while chronic stress elevates cortisol, a catabolic hormone that literally breaks down muscle for fuel. Many seniors live with undiagnosed sleep disorders such as sleep apnea or frequent nighttime waking, which further impairs recovery. Meanwhile, elevated cortisol from emotional, physical, or even dietary stress creates an environment where muscle building becomes nearly impossible. To counter these forces, the solution must be holistic. It begins with restoring insulin sensitivity through a low insulin diet, one rich in healthy fats, clean proteins, and vegetables, while low in sugars and refined carbohydrates. Stabilizing blood sugar helps the muscles become more responsive to nutrients and exercise. Supporting mitochondrial health with compounds like CoQ10, magnesium, and polyphenols helps reduce oxidative stress and improve cellular energy production. Addressing hormonal decline through natural means, like optimizing sleep, engaging in resistance training, and consuming key micronutrients, also plays a role in reactivating muscle growth. Even hydration and electrolyte balance become more important as we age. Muscle is over 70% water, and dehydration or low mineral intake can impair muscle function dramatically. Simple deficiencies in magnesium, potassium, and sodium can increase fatigue and cramps, discouraging seniors from staying active, which only accelerates muscle loss. Finally, digestive health and nutrient absorption should not be ignored. Low stomach acid is common after 60, impairing protein digestion and mineral uptake. Without enough hydrochloric acid, even a healthy diet becomes less bioavailable. Addressing gut health through fermented foods, digestive enzymes, and targeted supplementation can ensure the body actually uses the nutrients it receives. Fruits rich in specific polyphenols, enzymes, and micronutrients play a powerful role in reducing inflammation and enhancing nutrient absorption, which is crucial for muscle repair, especially after the age of 60. As the body ages, it naturally experiences more inflammation, slower metabolic processes, and a reduced capacity to absorb and utilize essential nutrients. This is one of the reasons why sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass and strength with aging, becomes more common. Addressing these issues requires more than just adding protein. It calls for a strategic approach that includes whole foods, like specific fruits that directly support muscle recovery at a cellular level. Polyphenols are natural compounds found in plant foods, particularly fruits, that act as antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. One of their key roles is to neutralize free radicals, which are unstable molecules that cause oxidative damage in cells, including muscle cells. This damage can interfere with protein synthesis, mitochondrial function, and cellular regeneration. Over time, this oxidative stress contributes to chronic inflammation, catabolism, and fatigue. Fruits like blueberries, cherries, and pomegranates are especially rich in polyphenols such as anthocyanins, quercetin, and ellagic acid, each of which has been shown in clinical studies to reduce muscle soreness, enhance recovery, and reduce markers of systemic inflammation. Enzymes found in certain fruits also play an underestimated yet critical role in supporting muscle health. Pineapples and papayas, for instance, contain bromelain and papain, natural proteolytic enzymes that help break down protein into amino acids more efficiently. As people age, digestive efficiency declines, often due to lower stomach acid and enzyme production. And this means that even if an older adult is eating adequate protein, they may not be breaking it down properly or absorbing it at the intestinal level. Including fruits rich in natural enzymes can help improve the digestion and utilization of dietary proteins, ensuring that amino acids actually reach the muscles for repair and growth. Beyond enzymes and polyphenols, the micronutrient profile of specific fruits can support overall muscle metabolism. Potassium-rich fruits like bananas and avocados, although technically a fruit, are essential for maintaining proper electrolyte balance, nerve conduction, and muscle contraction. Magnesium, which is also found in certain fruits like figs and blackberries, plays a key role in ATP production, the energy currency used by muscles during both activity and recovery. Vitamin C, abundant in fruits like kiwis, oranges, and strawberries, supports collagen synthesis and the health of connective tissue, both of which are essential for maintaining muscle integrity and function. Inflammation, especially chronic low-grade inflammation, is a major obstacle to muscle regeneration. This type of inflammation doesn't present with acute symptoms, but slowly wears down tissues and reduces the anabolic muscle building response to both food and exercise. Polyphenol-rich fruits combat this by lowering pro-inflammatory cytokines such as IL-6 and TNF-alpha. Studies have shown that tart cherry juice, for example, can significantly reduce post-exercise muscle damage and improve strength recovery in both young athletes and older adults. This shows that the benefits of polyphenols extend beyond general wellness. They have specific, measurable effects on muscle tissue. Another way fruits support muscle repair is through their fiber and prebiotic content. A healthy gut microbiome is critical for synthesizing certain nutrients like B vitamins and short-chain fatty acids, which are necessary for muscle metabolism. Fruits like apples, berries, and pears contain soluble fiber that feeds beneficial gut bacteria. When the gut is healthy, nutrient absorption improves, inflammation is reduced, and hormones involved in muscle repair, such as insulin and IGF-1, can function more effectively. Bioavailability is a huge concern in aging populations. Even if someone is taking supplements or eating high-protein meals, poor gut health and inflammation can block absorption at the cellular level. The natural synergy found in whole fruits between vitamins, enzymes, and antioxidants makes them more bioavailable than many isolated synthetic supplements. The enzymes in fruit often act as cofactors that unlock nutrients for absorption. This is critical when trying to restore muscle mass in someone with declining metabolic efficiency. Incorporating these fruits regularly doesn't require extreme diets. Simple additions like blending blueberries into a protein smoothie, snacking on papaya after a workout, or adding pomegranate seeds to a salad can provide a concentrated source of healing compounds. When chosen intentionally, these fruits can serve as both nourishment and medicine for aging muscles. As muscle breaks down with age, the recovery process becomes slower and more delicate. Having foods that support digestion, reduce inflammation, and flood the body with usable nutrients is essential. These fruits do more than just fill in nutritional gaps. They actively participate in the rebuilding process, enhancing how the body absorbs and uses everything from amino acids to minerals. Low-sugar fruits with high antioxidant capacity are not just a healthy snack. They are a strategic tool for combating mitochondrial aging, which is central to restoring muscle, energy, and function, especially in people over 60. As the body ages, mitochondria, the tiny energy-producing structures inside cells, begin to decline in both number and efficiency. This decline affects nearly every system in the body, but is especially noticeable in muscle tissue where energy demand is high. When mitochondrial function is compromised, the body cannot regenerate muscle effectively, even with exercise and protein intake. That's why targeting mitochondrial health through nutrient-dense, low-sugar fruits is essential for reversing the trajectory of muscle wasting, fatigue, and physical decline. Mitochondria rely heavily on antioxidant protection to function properly. These organelles are where the majority of the body's energy, ATP, is produced, but this process also generates reactive oxygen species, ROS, or free radicals. In a youthful, healthy system, the body has enough internal antioxidants to neutralize this oxidative stress. But as we age, the body's natural antioxidant defenses like glutathione and superoxide dismutase decline. This means ROS can accumulate, damaging the mitochondrial membrane, disrupting energy production, and triggering inflammation that leads to cellular aging and muscle breakdown. Low-sugar fruits rich in antioxidants help to replenish this defense system and reduce oxidative stress at the mitochondrial level. Berries are one of the most powerful examples. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and cranberries are low in sugar but extremely high in flavonoids and polyphenols, compounds that scavenge free radicals and reduce mitochondrial damage. For example, blueberries contain anthocyanins that not only reduce oxidative stress but also increase the expression of genes associated with mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria. This is critical because building more mitochondria translates directly into more energy production, greater muscle endurance, and faster recovery. These fruits also improve insulin sensitivity, which is closely tied to mitochondrial health, as insulin resistance disrupts mitochondrial energy production and leads to systemic inflammation. Pomegranate is another fruit that stands out in this category. It has a moderate sugar content, but is uniquely rich in elagitannins, which the gut microbiota convert into urolithins. Urolithin A has been shown in multiple studies to stimulate mitophagy, the process by which damaged mitochondria are cleared out and replaced. This cellular cleanup is essential for maintaining a healthy mitochondrial population and is often impaired in aging muscles. By supporting mitophagy, pomegranate helps to rejuvenate muscle tissue from within, enhancing strength, coordination, and energy. Avocados, although not sweet, are technically fruits and are a mitochondrial powerhouse. They are low in sugar, but packed with monounsaturated fats, magnesium, potassium, and B vitamins, all crucial cofactors for mitochondrial energy production. Magnesium in particular plays a role in over 300 enzymatic processes, many of which are directly involved in ATP synthesis. Potassium helps maintain the electrical potential across mitochondrial membranes, which is essential for generating energy. Without adequate levels of these minerals, mitochondrial function stalls and fatigue sets in, often misattributed to aging alone. Another fruit worth mentioning is kiwi. Though it has a slightly higher sugar content than berries, its dense concentration of vitamin C and vitamin E makes it highly effective in supporting mitochondrial integrity. Vitamin C is required for the synthesis of carnitine, a molecule that transports fatty acids into the mitochondria to be burned for energy. Without enough carnitine, the body struggles to convert fat into usable fuel, a serious problem in aging individuals trying to lose weight or build lean muscle. Kiwi also contains actinidin, a digestive enzyme that aids protein absorption, indirectly supporting muscle repair and recovery. Cherries, particularly tart cherries, offer a unique advantage through their natural melatonin content. Melatonin is not only a sleep-regulating hormone, it is also one of the most powerful mitochondrial antioxidants. Studies show that melatonin helps maintain mitochondrial membrane potential, reduce inflammation, and protect mitochondrial DNA from damage. Consuming tart cherries regularly can therefore improve sleep quality and mitochondrial function at the same time, which is essential because deep restorative sleep is when most muscle repair and growth occurs. These low-sugar, antioxidant-rich fruits also support gut health, which indirectly influences mitochondrial efficiency. A balanced gut microbiome produces short-chain fatty acids like butyrate that serve as fuel for mitochondrial function. The soluble fiber in these fruits feeds beneficial gut bacteria, leading to improved nutrient absorption, reduced systemic inflammation, and enhanced energy metabolism. Choosing fruits that are both low in sugar and high in antioxidants allows aging individuals to nourish their mitochondria without spiking blood glucose or insulin levels. Elevated insulin and blood sugar can accelerate mitochondrial damage and promote fat storage over muscle growth. These carefully selected fruits deliver their healing compounds in a way that stabilizes metabolism, enhances muscle performance, and supports longevity at the cellular level. Certain fruits, when strategically paired with strength training or protein-rich meals, can significantly enhance leucine uptake and stimulate protein synthesis. This is a critical mechanism in muscle building, particularly for individuals over the age of 60 who are at greater risk of sarcopenia, the age loss of muscle mass. While protein intake is essential, the efficiency with which the body uses that protein is equally important. Leucine, one of the three branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, plays a primary role in initiating muscle protein synthesis through the mTOR pathway. However, for leucine to do its job optimally, the body needs a supportive metabolic environment, and this is where specific fruits can make a profound difference. Fruits contain a diverse range of phytonutrients, enzymes, and vitamins that impact digestion, absorption, and hormonal balance. When certain fruits are consumed alongside protein-rich meals, they can increase insulin sensitivity, improve amino acid transport, and reduce post-meal inflammation, all of which contribute to better leucine utilization and muscle repair. It's a synergy that is often overlooked. Pairing nature's carbohydrates with muscle-building proteins can amplify the anabolic response without adding stress to the system. One of the most effective fruits in this context is pineapple. Pineapple contains bromelain, a natural proteolytic enzyme that helps break down protein into smaller, more absorbable peptides and amino acids. When consumed with a meal containing high-quality protein such as eggs, fish, or whey, bromelain enhances digestion and improves the efficiency of amino acid absorption, including leucine. For older adults whose digestive enzymes may be diminished, this is particularly important. Improved digestion means more bioavailable leucine, which directly activates muscle protein synthesis. Another powerful option is papaya, which contains the enzyme papain. Similar to bromelain, papain helps digest protein more thoroughly, ensuring that leucine and other essential amino acids reach the bloodstream quickly and in usable form. Papaya is also rich in vitamin C and carotenoids, which reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, factors that can inhibit muscle recovery and growth. When the body is inflamed, even high leucine intake can be blunted as the body diverts resources to fight inflammation instead of rebuilding tissue. Consuming anti-inflammatory fruits like papaya during recovery phases can therefore create an internal environment that favors muscle building. Cherries, especially tart cherries, are another excellent addition to the diet when aiming to optimize protein synthesis. Their natural compounds, including anthocyanins and melatonin, have been shown to improve recovery and muscle function. Melatonin, in particular, supports deep sleep, during which the body releases the majority of its growth hormone, an essential anabolic agent. When the body is well rested and growth hormone is elevated, the mTOR pathway is more responsive to leucine signals. So while cherries don't contain leucine, they create the hormonal conditions that allow leucine to work more effectively. Fruits like blueberries and blackberries also support muscle building indirectly through their antioxidant effects. Strenuous exercise produces free radicals that can damage muscle cells and impair recovery. Polyphenols in these fruits help neutralize this oxidative stress, allowing the body to focus on repair and growth. In addition, these fruits support insulin sensitivity, a key factor in leucine uptake. Insulin is not just a blood sugar regulator. It's also an anabolic hormone that helps shuttle amino acids like leucine into muscle cells. When cells are more sensitive to insulin, they are better equipped to absorb leucine and trigger protein synthesis. Another overlooked factor is how fruit-delivered carbohydrates influence insulin. Post-workout is the most insulin-sensitive time of the day. Pairing a strength training session with a small portion of fruit and protein can maximize the insulin response without causing fat gain. This spike in insulin is beneficial because it helps drive leucine and other amino acids into the muscle cells where they are needed. Bananas, for instance, have just the right glycemic load to offer this insulin support without overwhelming the system. Their potassium content also supports cellular hydration, another critical factor in muscle growth. Lastly, citrus fruits such as oranges and grapefruits may enhance muscle building through their rich supply of vitamin C and bioflavonoids. Vitamin C is required for collagen synthesis, which plays a foundational role in muscle and connective tissue repair. Additionally, the flavonoids in citrus fruits may support nitric oxide production, improving blood flow to muscles during and after training. Improved circulation ensures that leucine and other nutrients are delivered efficiently to working tissues. Together, these fruits don't just add flavor to a diet, they serve as functional components of a muscle-building strategy. By enhancing digestion, improving insulin function, fighting inflammation, and optimizing hormonal conditions, they ensure that every gram of leucine consumed is used to its full potential. This is especially valuable for older adults, whose anabolic resistance makes building muscle more challenging. Pairing protein-rich meals with strategic fruit choices offers a natural, sustainable, and highly effective way to support strength, vitality, and muscle mass at any age. The goal isn't just to eat healthy fruits, but to target the ones that directly impact muscle preservation, hormonal balance, and recovery. Not all fruits are created equal, especially when the body is aging and the risk of muscle loss, hormonal imbalance, and poor recovery becomes more pronounced. For individuals over 60, The priority isn't just low-calorie or high-fiber options, it's fruits that actively support the biological systems involved in maintaining lean muscle, reducing inflammation, and optimizing metabolic function. Muscle preservation becomes a serious challenge with age due to sarcopenia, a progressive loss of skeletal muscle mass. This condition isn't just a result of inactivity or inactive protein, it's deeply tied to hormonal shifts, chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, and reduced mitochondrial function. Fruits that can influence these systems through their nutrient profile, polyphenol content, and enzyme activity are far more valuable than those that only offer basic hydration or sugar. One major factor in muscle loss is declining testosterone and growth hormone levels. These hormones are anabolic. They build tissue, including muscle. Certain fruits contain compounds that naturally support hormone function. Pomegranate, for example, is rich in punicalagins and ellagic acid, which help support testosterone production and vascular health. Enhanced blood flow allows nutrients and oxygen to reach muscle cells more efficiently, supporting muscle repair and growth after resistance training. The antioxidant load of pomegranate also counters free radical damage that can impair recovery. Other consideration is inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation impairs muscle regeneration and disrupts insulin sensitivity, which is crucial for amino acid uptake. Berries, particularly blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries, are high in anthocyanins, natural compounds that lower inflammation and improve metabolic markers. Their effect goes beyond general health benefits. They directly impact insulin pathways, which play a key role in muscle protein synthesis. When insulin is functioning properly, it allows for better transport of nutrients like glucose and leucine into the muscle cells, enhancing recovery and growth. Then there's oxidative stress, which increases with age and further weakens muscle function. Mitochondria, the energy-producing structures in cells, are especially vulnerable to oxidative damage. Fruits such as blackberries and cherries contain polyphenols that protect mitochondrial health, ensuring that energy production stays strong and efficient. This isn't just about feeling energized, it's about maintaining the cellular capacity to recover from training and preserve lean mass. Certain tropical fruits also stand out for their digestive enzyme content, which can be extremely useful as digestion slows with age. Papaya and pineapple are notable here. Papaya contains papain, and pineapple provides bromelain, both proteolytic enzymes that help break down dietary protein into absorbable amino acids. This is vital because muscle building requires not just the intake of protein, but the absorption and utilization of its building blocks, especially leucine. Better digestion means more efficient delivery of these critical nutrients to where they are needed most, your muscles. Bananas, although higher in natural sugars, offer another kind of support. They're rich in potassium and vitamin B6. Potassium supports intracellular hydration and nerve function, which affects muscle contractions and recovery. Vitamin B6, on the other hand, helps metabolize amino acids and synthesize neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which influence sleep quality and recovery. Taken after training, a small portion of banana with protein can optimize the hormonal and nutrient response without causing unnecessary blood sugar spikes, especially if paired with other low glycemic fruits or fiber. Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits deserve attention not just for their vitamin C content, but for their bioflavonoids. Vitamin C plays a key role in collagen production, which is essential for tendon and joint health. Strong connective tissues support healthy muscle function and reduce the risk of injury. Additionally, the flavonoids in citrus fruits can improve nitric oxide availability, increasing blood flow and aiding in the transport of nutrients to active tissues during the post-exercise recovery window. Figs and dates, while often thought of as too sugary, can be highly beneficial when used strategically. They contain natural sugars that help replenish glycogen post-workout, as well as minerals like magnesium and potassium that aid in muscle function and recovery. Their fiber content also slows the absorption of sugar, reducing the risk of blood sugar crashes. When consumed after physical activity in small amounts, they can provide a valuable boost to muscle replenishment and repair. Watermelon is another overlooked powerhouse. It's not just hydrating, it contains citrulline, a compound that can increase nitric oxide levels in the blood, improving circulation and muscle oxygenation. This supports endurance and recovery, especially when combined with protein intake or light resistance training. It also contains lycopene, an antioxidant that supports cardiovascular health, which becomes increasingly important in maintaining overall vitality during the aging process. Ultimately, the point is to use fruit as a tool, not just a filler food or snack. Each fruit chosen should serve a specific function: reduce inflammation, support hormones, improve digestion, enhance insulin sensitivity, or boost mitochondrial function. By aligning fruit intake with these physiological goals, it becomes possible to rebuild muscle and maintain strength well into the later decades of life. This approach shifts the focus from just eating healthy to strategically fueling the body for resilience, function, and performance.